but I thought I'd do the live stream later because that guy who I met in Tokyo, he kept kept saying about how he missed the live stream, so I thought I'll do it later and don't know, see if anyone turns up. But I just think I was too negative in that last live stream, really, even though it's difficult to be positive, really, because nothing really gets any better. But even when I have done it later in the past, people haven't shown up anyway, so I don't know, really. It's something I do, really, but it's obviously not very ideal just talking to myself. But obviously I don't know what would be a good time for him to watch the live streams, because he just says how he wasn't in time to watch them, but I don't know when he usually would want to. Well, but because I was gonna say if no one was bothered about watching them, I was just gonna do them every 2 weeks instead, because nothing much, really. But just like that, usually when I'm not on holiday, really, because nothing really very interesting happens. I don't know, I went to the job centre, but that was about it. Yeah, but that would be even worse, though, because it'd be even less stuff to talk about. So it's not like I have very much to talk about when I'm doing these, though. Doing it daily would be even worse. Maybe when I'm on holiday or something like that, it would have stuff to talk about, but even then it was just getting a bit annoying, really, because I did that when I was in Osaka. I just did like a live stream every day, and then even then I was like running out of stuff to talk about, really, after a while. even I did have more things I was doing and stuff like that. Yeah. Well, because obviously he just like over embellishes his stories and stuff like that to make them sound more interesting and stuff like that. But well, because I like so, well, because I have done like tried to just put out a video for the sake of it, really, and I didn't. You could sort of tell that I was bored in the video, really, like the only ones that really do well are the ones that have something that I'm bothered about talking about, really, like that last video where I was just talking about what I thought about Belfast, really, and uh, like I don't know, the historical stuff, really, and uh, I was more interested in it, so I had more stuff to talk about. Yeah. Uh, well, I might. Uh, well, someone was asking us to go to California, but it's like very expensive, really. But I'd have enough by October. It's just surprising how expensive it is because all the other places I've been to, it's uh, well, they've been somewhat expensive, but not as expensive as what California is going to be. Because it's more the hotel or the Airbnb thing that's going to be the most expensive thing, which I think's a bit weird because usually it's the opposite way around, where the flight's the most expensive thing. But so I don't know, it's a bit weird. And for some reason, the only flights are gonna be like at 6 o'clock in the morning, so I'd have to like obviously get to the airport beforehand, so it'd be like probably like 5 o'clock or something. I'd have to get there, really. So I was just gonna like probably book a hotel next to the airport and uh, do it that really, because it's insanely early, really, and even when uh, like it was later, my parents complained it was too early, so this is gonna be even earlier, so it'll be even more awkward. But yeah. And then I've got to pay for some stupid visa thing and stuff like that, and yeah, it's gonna be expensive. Like if it was like anywhere else I've been, I would have had enough money by now. It's just because it's really expensive, surprisingly. Like Florence and Osaka were cheaper. Like even when I booked like a expensive hotel in Osaka, it was still cheaper than what uh, like the Airbnbs are in uh, California. For some reason, they're like insanely expensive. But I don't know. It'll probably just be me like doing live streams in Airbnb and stuff like that, like I did last time, but because I don't know if there's really any internet anywhere to do sort of the similar sort of thing that I did in Osaka and Florence, but I'll have to find out really. But I don't really know what they want to do really, like I said about some museum or like having a look at some buildings or something, but well, I think it's probably Los Angeles, probably, but it's gonna be really expensive and a faff to go, really. Because even on the government website it says, oh, you can go without a visa, and then you can't really, because you got to buy some like electronic travel thing or something, and it's like, I don't know, like 23 quid or something like that, just for the privilege of going to America for some reason, when Japan you didn't have to do that, and Italy I didn't have to do that either. But I don't know, America might be some amazing place, so I guess I'll find out. But I'd have to pay for that as well. And I'll have to pay for the train going to the airport, and that's expensive, and then pay for the hotel next to the airport, because the flight leaves really early for some reason. Like the ones that are later are insanely expensive for some reason. But I don't know how worthwhile it is, because it's just another holiday really, and it's obviously another lot of money really, when like realistically I should be saving up the money instead of going on holiday all the time really. But I guess someone asked us this time, so I guess it's a bit different, but I don't know, it's still the sort of the same in general really, of it being a lot of money, and I don't know, not, well, I don't know. Well, I'll see how worthwhile it is if I go really. I can't really, don't really want to say how it's going to be bad when I haven't even went, but I'll find out. Because you need to meet some requirements to like get money on Kick or whatever, and you need to do the same thing on YouTube, and I don't meet the requirements on YouTube anyway, so like what's the point of really starting all over again when I don't even meet the requirements on the thing that I'm even doing now? Because you need to have like a certain amount of subscribers and watch time hours, and I don't have that. So. And I don't really know how I'd feel about adverts anyway, because when I watch YouTube videos it sort of annoys us when like they have them like really long adverts that like last like 30 seconds, or like sometimes even like a minute for some reason, which is annoying, but I guess everyone else does it, so I don't know. But usually I get more annoyed by like people doing sponsorships and stuff like that, because it's like another advert you've got to like skip through the video to get to the actual video while they're talking about the topic really, and it sort of that annoys us more really than just regular adverts, because YouTube does it even if your videos get demonetized. They put adverts on the video to, I don't know, probably get money out of you. Even when they take money off you, they probably want money themselves, really. So it's not like me not putting adverts on YouTube videos would change anything, but it's just a hypothetical thing anyway, because I don't meet the requirements. I'm just, obviously I've thought about it, but there's no point thinking about it really if I can't really do it anyways. I don't know, maybe like go and, I don't know, live in a tent or something, because like at least it'll be doing something for myself or something like that really, rather than just being stuck in the same place all the time forever. Even though that's what it sort of feels like it's gonna happen, but I don't know. Try and, I don't know, not be in this position where I'm just, I don't know, unemployed and fed up all the time, and it being the same way for 3 years really. But obviously there's no real point hoping about stuff being different really, when, well, I don't know, I could have hope, like what's the point really? It seems like naive optimism at this point really. But I don't know, stuff might change eventually, but it doesn't sort of feel like it currently really. And it's been like that for a while. That's why I find it so hard to be positive, really, or like, I don't know, at least not overly negative, because I don't know, I just feel depressed all the time and fed up, really. And nothing's any different. Yeah, well, at least like doing that, going on holiday again, it's something really. Well, that's why I do it really, because like at least it is something, even though it is temporary, and I've just got to go back to this again really, and just be bored and fed up really. At least it's something temporarily interesting, even if it doesn't really affect anything in the grand scheme of things. Yeah. Well, I could be like homeless or something. Like, it could be obviously, obviously I know it could be worse. It's just annoying, really, because I'm more annoyed that I've just like a trying and nothing really changes. Really, I think I'd be all right if I wasn't really bothered about wanting things to be different. Really, I think that's what annoys us the most. And then people keep telling us to, just keep trying and stuff like that. But there's only so many times you can just hear that before you get annoyed, really. Even though that's all I can do, because it's not like I can just give up and not do anything, really. but like I've just been like putting my money in the stock market for now, really, and just the little bit I get, really, because even though I can't really afford to rent anywhere or anything like that, like I've said before, at least it's I don't know, something really, something to do, really. That's all it is, really. Like everything, just putting money in the stock market for the sake of it. Well, I've got like £800 at the moment in the stock market. Like I get like £400 next month, so like 1,200 sort of. I'll probably put in. Well, the total, I mean, but it's like yeah, not enough to rent anyway. Like I don't know why I keep repeating myself all the time. Not really, because it's not really. Because it's not like I can really do anything with the money really that I'd want to. Like I can save up to go on holidays and like I don't know, buy video games occasionally, but just the main thing I'd want to do is rent somewhere. But it's just because it's like £600 or £700 a month, and I wouldn't have enough money to pay for the monthly rent or whatever, so I can't do anything with the money that I'd want to do, really. So I just put it in anyway, because it's not like I really have anything that I need it for. But I don't know, hypothetically I might do if something happens. I don't know. Maybe a bit, but like, don't know, what's the point really? Because even that would sort of be like naively optimistic of like, oh, don't bother worrying about stuff because things will get better eventually, type of thing. When obviously you don't know that for certain, really. You're just going off a hypothetical, really. Of just what people have written down in some book, really. You're just like obviously hoping that it's gonna be like that, but you don't know for sure, so you're just like, I'd rather be realistic, really, rather than just like hoping that, oh, I won't bother about stuff and like things will get better eventually. Just on their own, when then probably they won't, slightly. Like I'm still gonna apply for some jobs like tomorrow, but I just like yeah, I know it's just probably a waste of time, but I just wish I was more positive, really, because I was like that. But when I had my job, and even before I had the job, I just like sort of I don't know, the aspect of trying really and not getting anywhere. That's sort of the thing that's making us more annoyed than anything, really. It's because I was fine when I was looking for a job originally, and then I couldn't really find one, and then I found one eventually. Just more not getting anywhere even when I try. It's the thing that's sort of, I don't know, making us depressed all the time. Well, because I was planning on going on that holiday that I said about next month, but it's just I didn't realise how expensive everything was really, so it's probably going to be in October really if I want to have enough money. Because I'd like barely have enough next month, but not really to do it properly really, because I'd like the cheapest place possible I'd be able to do, but not really like a sort of normal place really. Like not one that you've got to share with other people. I don't know why people keep asking us this random question when I've already answered it before. In Japan, it's like I don't know, maybe it's because they like drama or something, so they like ask random questions, really. Even though I probably already know the answer already, because it's not like I have a very interesting life or anything anyway, so it's not very hard to figure out the answer to the question yourself. Well, because it was like in Japan and stuff like that, where I had to like sort of go out of my way to talk to people, because it's not like I really have anyone else to talk to apart from my own family members on a daily basis, really. Because it was like that when I had my job, really. It was just like, at least then it was someone different to talk to, even though they kept acting like the way your friend, and then when stuff did go wrong, they just didn't ignore you and didn't care about you. But at least it was like, I don't know, practice really, and I sort of felt like I was getting more confident over time. But it's obviously it needs to be more of a permanent thing, really, rather than some like temporary job that was supposed to be, really. Well, because that was why I originally talked to the. Well, I've already said why. Well, talked to the YouTuber guy and did all them videos really just to try and help with my confidence, and I didn't really think it really did, because I think it was only like I had to go out of my way to do it really, and it was only a temporary thing. Well, I had some Jaffa cakes, but that's about it really. And I had some pasta for dinner, but yeah, my mum and dad's went up to Scotland, so just doing this really. Spend most of it on booking everything probably, and maybe like have 100 or something for food, maybe if I need it. But usually when I'm on holiday, I don't really spend that much on food, so I'm usually alright, but yeah, it's just because if I did it next month, then I'd like, don't know if I'll have enough stuff really, because I don't know how expensive food's gonna be really, and other stuff. Well, that's what everyone says really, but it's just like, everyone says like, or Thailand or like the Philippines or wherever, but there's like an insane amount of tourists there, and it's like, I'd maybe go and like look at the temples or something like that. I wouldn't really be bothered about what everyone is really else is really bothered about. I don't know, go and look at other stuff really. Because it's sort of like them holidays where they like lie on the next to the beach or whatever and just do that for the rest of the holiday really. Like, I think it might be alright, like maybe once or twice, but I'd get bored if I did that really. But it's the same with them tour groups or whatever, where they're like, you can't even do your own thing, you just like follow some like predetermined thing, and I would just get bored really. Well, so far it's probably the best country that I've been to so far, because I like how it's just like you can have a wander around at night time and it's nice and quiet and stuff and relaxing. And like some of the corner shop things are open 24 hours a day, so you can just go down whenever you want and get something, or you can go to the vending machines. Like I would want to go to other places and see what they're like, but so far that's probably the best place that I've been to so far. But I'd probably go to like Nagasaki if I was going to go to Japan again, because I've been to most of the places where I wanted to go, like Hiroshima and Tokyo and Himeji and Kyoto and Osaka and stuff like that. But like Nagasaki is the other place that got nuclear bombed, so that might be interesting. But other than that, I don't know where else I'd really want to go to in Japan. But maybe if other people wanted to go with us, then I might go again. But like I've seen most of the stuff I wanted to go and see. Yeah, because I just hate how boring everything is really constantly. Because like I don't know, I keep saying like how yeah, people hate hiding in my room and stuff like that, but like at least he can do his own thing, and like he has more stuff to talk about, and I'm just sort of like fed up and bored all the time. But yeah, I just need to stop complaining about it all the time because it's obviously not going to change anytime soon. Well, I've got like GCSEs and like business qualifications and ICT and stuff like that, but it just doesn't really make much difference, really. And like marketing qualifications and stuff, like digital marketing qualifications and whatever, but it doesn't really matter even when I put it on my CV and show it to whoever. Yeah, well, I thought about doing that, but like lots of them are only temporary, really, and well, I think my cousin went to teach English in Japan recently, but he already knew someone who was doing the same thing already, so I think he just asked someone and they let him do the English teaching, I think. Obviously, I wouldn't really have that. And I don't know if I'd really be that good, really, because obviously you need to have confidence and I don't have any. So I'd probably struggle, really. Well, I could probably do it. I'd probably wouldn't be that good in the beginning, really. Because I would probably be insanely nervous, really. Or go and get some more juice or something and see if my sister wants these Jaffa cakes. I won't be long. I'll come back. Well, yeah, obviously I do feel left behind in life because it's just like even my brother and stuff he has a job and stuff like that, and I don't know, it doesn't really feel like I've really accomplished anything, really. like just doing this YouTube thing. It just, I don't know, it takes my mind off it a bit, really. Well, not really, because I sort of complain about it, but it sort of does a bit, really. But yeah, just not complain about it as much, really. Don't know, uh, like watch YouTube videos and go to sleep mostly. Like watch YouTube videos and go to sleep. Really, it's about it. Maybe play video games occasionally, or I might, I don't know, read a book on a very rare occasion. But that's about it, really. Nothing's really any different. Well, that's what I've been doing. That's my go on holiday because it's like something different. Or like, I don't know, have a wander around town occasionally. But even then, I just get fed up doing that because I think what's the point of walking around for no reason? But it gives us something to do. You're not just like wandering around in a circle and just come back home. Go to the shops occasionally and buy some, I don't know, sandwich or something. And that's about it. And drive back home again. Riverton stuff. Well, yeah, they tell us a lot, really. There's not really, well, I don't know, they haven't really found us anything. It's mostly just me looking for stuff. Even though I did get my brother and sister their jobs, really, because they're new people and helped them get a job, but they didn't do that for me. Like that last job that I had, I found it myself, really. And then even then, it took a long time to get it, really. Because I was bored. Even though I shouldn't have done, but I didn't realise that the way I went so like overboard about it because I said it would have been fine if it was like fluffy cat pictures, but somehow watching the YouTube video and looking at a Wikipedia page was somehow worse. Somehow. Just doing uh like Excel spreadsheets and stuff uh like where you had to see what the different like garages provided like what services they did, like if the, I don't know, changed the oil or like uh, changed the tires or something like that. You had to put it down in a spreadsheet, and that was about it really. Well, obviously, if I knew it would have been that bad, I wouldn't have obviously done that stuff because I thought they would at least give us another chance, and wouldn't have done that again. But I don't know, the main manager guy got annoyed, so yeah. Even though he was arguing with his wife about it when I did get fired, but like if I was in his position, I would have given them another chance. But it's obviously because I don't know, maybe because it's like, oh, it's just like I was in that position, but it's just like, even if I wasn't, I think I'd be more understanding one than what he was. But yeah, well, like when he said, "Oh, do you want these documents to say why you got fired for?" And I said no, because I'm being fired anyway, and he still sent us them, and then made a police report and sent the undercover police from to moan at us about, oh, why did you look at this and that for, when I said I was bored, even though it's not like I did anything illegal or anything, but they just wanted to rub it in, really. Well, because they told us off and then I stopped doing it, and then they fired us anyway, even after I stopped doing it. So, I don't know. Because I said, oh, why are you looking at this and that for when you should be working? And I said, oh, because I was bored, and then I stopped doing it, and then when he did the work, and obviously it wasn't enough. Well, no, because I don't have anyone to talk to, really. Like even at that job that I did years ago, it was just all other men, really, and just talking about, computers and stuff. The only people I really talked to was them ones that I went out of my way to talk to in Osaka and stuff like that. Even though that was just a general conversation, and it was just to try and help my confidence, like I've said. Well, because it was just like a company that made websites that they weren't very good websites. They were just very like sort of generic websites that like looked the same. Really, every one that they did, every single one that they did really was the same, and they charged a lot of money to like host the website, which I was surprised about, and then the people who worked there, they kept complaining how they were overworked all the time, and they kept getting too much stuff to do. I think it was because the manager, he wanted to retire, so he was trying to get as much money as possible before he retired. Really, that's why he probably really didn't. Maybe that's why he didn't care about giving us a second chance, and why he wanted to get as much money as possible was because he said he wanted to retire shortly, and he probably already has done by now. But yeah, just the other people who worked there complained how they were overworked and stuff, but obviously he wasn't bothered. So. But like I said in that last live stream, like I do keep thinking that maybe I should do them type of videos again, because it gives us something to talk about, but it's like it wouldn't really change anything, and I didn't really feel any more confident anyway. And I think if like stuff was more generally interesting, it would be a lot better. I might end the live stream shortly because my back's starting to hurt sitting on the floor for too long. Well, because like if I was hypothetically, if I like watching my on YouTube channel, I would just be bored with myself. It would be like, oh, he's not doing anything interesting, and he's like repeating himself and stuff like that. But just because that's what annoys us, really. Because I wish I had more interesting things to talk about, really. And then going on holiday, it's only temporarily interesting, really. But even when I did used to watch hiding in my room, it wasn't really because he was doing anything interesting. It was more because I don't know, thought I empathised with him. But when I've spoken to other people, it doesn't seem really people watching for that, really. Well, because I sort of empathised how his like mother's annoying, and how he struggles talking to people and stuff like that. But it's probably for different reasons, really. It seems like when I talk to him. You know, because I wish I could just do something and change stuff, but I can't. but I downloaded uh, some game yesterday to play on my laptop, but it's just very laggy because the laptop's rubbish, so probably won't bother. I might wait till I get a new one eventually, or something like that. But that'll probably take a long time because it's expensive as well. But I just keep thinking, is it like just moaning about first world problems and stuff like that? Like, oh, stuff's expensive and like I'm just bored all the time when I guess it is, but it's just like, obviously it could be worse, but it's like very frustrating. But I don't know, I could just talk about nothing because nothing's really going on. So it's just because it's a topic of conversation, really. It's anything. But I'm sort of surprised that other guy didn't watch the live stream, really, because most of the live streams he keeps saying that he wasn't in time to watch them and stuff like that, so I did this one later, but he I don't know, he hasn't shown up for whatever reason, but it was just the guy who I talked to in Tokyo, really, and that I went to that Italian restaurant and walked around Akihabara and stuff like that, but it was alright, but yeah. Yeah, this is what it's like, just nothing to talk about all the time. Like in that, well, because in that game that I downloaded, it was like a Vietnam War game thing, and I was flying this plane around, but I got shot down by some missile or whatever, which I thought was funny. But, yeah. But I think if I had a better laptop, it'd be better, but just because it keeps like lagging all the time, but it's just a single player game anyway, it's not some multiplayer game. But something to do, I guess, as usual. No, I haven't been to Hokkaido. I might want to go there eventually, really. Well, I don't know how different it would be, really. Like they do have sort of like the neon sort of sign things, like sort of like Osaka, but it's like a a smaller scale type of thing. Well, yeah, of course, I'm restless because I'm just annoyed all the time and fed up and bored, really. And even when I talk about something different for a video, sort of feel the same way when I shouldn't be, really, because it sort of affects the video. Well, it was like that one where I talked about what I did in Belfast. It was more because I was boiling hot in the car and it sort of distracted us when I was trying to make the video, because even though I opened the window, I was boiling hot and I kept forgetting what I was talking about because I had a headache from the heat. But I don't know, people watched it, I guess, but even though they didn't watch it for very long. But it's a thing, really. It's just like, I don't know, do some sort of general video when people don't really watch it for that long, or like, I don't know, do a different type of one and people seem to watch it for longer for whatever reason. Even though it's only a couple of people, it's not like when people do watch it for a decent amount of time, it's not like it's loads of people, but it's more than what that video that I did recently was. But I think it just depends on the type of video, really, because if it's just like a general video, then people aren't really interested. If it's like, I don't know, when I'm just talking about what I'm thinking about, sometimes people watch it for longer, but it's not really guaranteed, really. Well, because I just hate how every live stream's well, yeah, like every live stream's the same, really, apart from when I'm not on holiday, really. Well, I'm just insanely bored. Well, because I think if like people ask us more questions or something, I'd have more stuff to talk about. But obviously, I've got to think of my own stuff to talk about, so it doesn't really help that much. But it's like obviously I don't know, sort of being imposing, I guess, trying to, I don't know, needing people to ask questions, really. Well, I don't really need people to ask questions. It's more helps us have more stuff to talk about. Well, because that's why I used to like only do videos and live streams when I felt like I had something to sort of really talk about, really. But people want us to do them more often for some reason, when like, what's there to really talk about? I don't know. Because it was like that in Osaka, like doing them every day, like I had stuff to talk about after a while. It was just like doing them every day. It was like, obviously, like you can't just constantly have stuff to talk about, but yeah, I don't know. But I'm still gonna save up for that thing anyway, even if the. But I don't know how bothered they are about it, but it's, saving up money's something to do, I guess. At the end of the day. Even that takes us a really long time to save up anything because it's obviously just money from the job centre, so they don't give you that much because they're trying to incentivise you to get a job, and obviously I can't get one no matter what I apply for, so I have to deal with it really. At least it's some money rather than nothing. It could be worse, really. I know it could be worse. It's just frustrating. But yeah, I guess I might do another live stream next Saturday for some reason, for something to do. Have another ramble on about nothing probably. But yeah, I'll see you later, I guess. Bye for now.